Greetings, everyone. You have your ticket? You don't have one? No problem, my friend. Just hit the subscription button below. Come on in. It costs you nothing. Remember, we don't charge you to listen. We give our information for free. Hey guys, DFG, Gideon's Flight. Hey, question for you. All right, let's see. My question is this. What do these two ladies have in common? Now, that's Scala, or Brooke Skylar Richardson. And this is Felicia Huffman. Okay? Again, Brooke Skylar Huffman. Richardson. Brooke Skylar Richardson. And there you go, Felicia Huffman. So you might ask, well, what do they have in common other than both of them are white females? Oh yeah, and both of them happen to have daughters. The difference between the two is one of them decided to cheat so that her white daughter could have advantage with the college, scandals, college admission scandals. That would be Felicia Huffman. And the other said, you know what? Fuck cheating for my daughter. I'll just kill her, and then I could keep my advantages. That would be Brooke Skylar Richardson. Now, if that's not bad enough, how about this? Felicia Huffman, for cheating, scamming, manipulating the educational system so that her daughter could have advantage, she was found guilty on yesterday. And guess what whopping big sentence that she received? Yes, from an East Indian female judge, I might add. She got a whopping 14, wait now. She got a whopping 14, I'm sorry guys, I'm struggling here. Okay, one more time, third time's the charm, as they say. She got a whopping 14-day sentence. Yes, like in 2 weeks, 14 days. Yeah, 14 days for one of the biggest cheating scandals in the 21st century. 14 days. Boy, must be nice to be a white female and a criminal. Because her counterpart that I mentioned, old Brooke Skylar Richardson, who decided to keep her privilege by slaughtering her infant daughter, she got 3, hold your breath, 3, come on, 3, come on. She got 3 years of probation. No shit. This woman murdered a newborn child and got 3 years probation. Yeah. Now, I don't know where they picked that jury from, but I got a very, not a strange feeling, but a suspicion. That's what it is, a suspicion. I have a suspicion that that jury kind of look like people that look like that. Because I think we already know if those people look like this, well, maybe not the jurors. The jurors had to look like that. I'm sorry, like that. You know what I'm saying? Not female necessarily, but using their term, they like to be called, white. So one gets 3 years probation for murdering a child. Other gets 14 days for creating one of the biggest cheating scandals, or being a part of one of the biggest cheating scandals of the 21st century. And what do they have in common? White privilege. And I know some of you don't like me saying that. You like, well, there you go playing. I'm not playing a damn thing. Two criminals. Neither one of them received the appropriate justice for their crimes. So if that's not privilege, maybe you could tell me what it is. And I don't hear about no corrupt judicial system because guess what? It's your white privileged judicial system. Now, if you want to just be honest and transparent and say, that you make a holistic statement, if you know what the word holistic means, doesn't mean everybody. But if you want to make an honest, holistic statement and just say you're part of a corrupt system, all of you guys, not all of you, but holistically speaking, I'll accept that as your explanation. But you're not going to sell this Hebrew Israelite on, it's just a corrupt, no, bullshit. It's called white privilege. And if you're white, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But of course, like all history or all facts, you like to hide it because you don't want anybody to uncover your advantages. You're the secret keepers, the white washers of the past, not white walkers. But then again, maybe, well, you're not white walkers, are you? From Game of Thrones, you're not white walkers. You're just white walk. Uh-oh. Did I stumble on? Okay. I digress. Back to the matter at hand. So you got two criminals who committed two very, very serious crimes. And at the end of the day, neither one of them were held accountable based off of one commonality: whiteness of their skin here in America. Because we've already seen what happened to black men and black women who have committed crimes far less. What about the situation, if you remember a couple of weeks ago in the video with the black female? You remember her in Houston? I want to give you something to compare and contrast by. You got Brooke, Skylar, Richardson, who kills her child, buries the child in the backyard so that she can graduate and go to her prom and not have her innocent life interrupted. Although she's 18-year-old woman when she has this child. She's not a baby. All right? So she kills her child, buries the child in the backyard like a dead squirrel. Right? And she gets 3 years probation. All right? Then you have, again, our sister. Can't recall her name, but you remember the sister, in Houston, who, because they thought she smelled like marijuana, dragged her outside of her car, pulled her pants down, pulled her underwear down, her panties, drawers, whatever the hell you call them, spread her legs back, knees up to the lower of her back, like she was about to give birth, and put their hand inside of her vagina, searching for, yes, you guessed it, marijuana, because she is a criminal. And she still got charges pressed against her, and she still went to jail. But not Brooke. No, Brooke, I don't know why the word keeps calling mass murder. Must be thinking about all them other, this vicious murderer, Brooke. She gets to play the mental ill card. Yes, I did say mental ill card. Go back and read up on the final rulings. She played the mental ill card. She sure did. Mental illness. It's always a convenient excuse for some folk. She played the mental illness card. And of course, her purity as a young, white woman, innocent. Huffman couldn't use the young white woman, but she definitely played the white woman. I'm a victim. I was just trying to be a good mother. And, I was just trying to do the right thing. And strange enough, just quote unquote, I might add, I thought I was really doing the right thing for my daughter. And I felt so guilty if I didn't work with William Singer to give my daughter advantages. Because when he brought that to my attention, it really made me feel like, if I didn't do it, what kind of mother would I be? To the credit of the East Indian judge, she said, get out of here with that shit. She did say that. I'll give the judge credit for that. Get out of here with that shit. Nobody's buying that foolishness. So Miss Huffman, youthful, whiteness didn't help her in that regard. But her overall whiteness got a 14-day jail sentence, while her sister got more or less physically assaulted. I would say raped. I think that's rape, body rape. You sticking your finger forcefully in somebody who really didn't commit any type of crime for you to be going between their legs in a public parking lot. I would call that rape. And then you got, again, the animal Yeah, I called her an animal, vicious animal. You know, the vicious animal, Brooke, Skylar Richardson, who at 18 years old murdered her little daughter, poor soul crying out into the universe because she did not want to lose her privilege. So one mom, I got to make sure that my daughter doesn't lose her privilege. The other mom saying, fuck my daughter, I got to make sure I don't lose my privilege. And I'll close this video with those facts. But if you look at compare and contrast, again, black woman gets humiliated, disrespected, probably will have true mental illness because of the assault by the white police force in Houston. You know what I'm saying? The government, let's just like that, the white government of Houston. She'll probably deal with mental illness for the rest of her life because of being humiliated and disrespected and marginalized. And then you got Brooke Richardson, who just live her life again to commit another crime, another murder. And, I wonder what she's going to tell the next child. I suspect, she'll come up with some little cute lie. I didn't know it. Fuck it. I don't want to waste some more time talking about the vicious animal. But for the rest of you believers, especially Hebrew Israelites, although we see this injustice being done to us and how violent it is against us. I'm talking about the violence against us is how obvious and how brutal this system is in regards to the way it treats its white citizens versus the way it treats its so-called, black citizens. The brutality of it, the weight of it for you. Yahweh is a just creator. He's a just Elohim. And so if you get your history book out, just as a quick little reminder, we can't end it without knowing, the past, the present, and the future. If you would go over to Revelation chapter 21, again, in your history book, verse 8, and this is what it says. But the fearful, unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, Brooke, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, Freemasons, that was no story, idolaters, and all liars, Felicia, Huffman, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. In other words, he will judge them at judgment. So they had better live as long as they can, because when they leave here, their asses are going to burn. Oh yes, their asses are going to burn. And just in case you needed just a little bit more affirmation, that's how we look here with time. All right, we're good. Revelations 22. And this is for my Hebrew Israelite family, because you need a little encouragement here. Revelation 22 and 15. It says that, 14. I'm going to start at 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, talking about Yahuwah, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and that they may enter through the gates to the city. That's a promise. He's going to change this wretched place out. But he says, but for without are dogs. For without are dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, and those who love it and make it a lie. There you go. See, he called out Felicity, and he called out Brooke Richardson again. You see what I'm saying? He said they're dogs. That's what he said. They're dogs. Read 22 and 15. He said all that are without are dogs. And then he told you what the dogs look like. Sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, and those that love making lies. Thank you, Yahuwah. And thank you guys for listening. DFG, talk to you soon.